Okay, so I may have done something a little stupid. I decided to do the Barbie and Oppenheimer challenge. And to those who don't know what that is, well, the main crux of the challenge is this. You simply watch Oppenheimer and Barbie in the same day. But to make it even more interesting, you have a couple drinks and either go to a party or club in between movies. The intoxication will likely leave you to feel these movies even more. Not only that, but you also have to get pretty dressed up for both Oppenheimer and Barbie. You're under a time limit, you have to do it the same day. It all stems from this TikTok right here.
Call in sick to work, get the squad together, get to an 11 o'clock showing. Few bevies, salted popcorn, you're wearing a suit, maybe go for a straight whiskey, get a little wavy, but not too much, just enough to enhance the film.
July 21st, my game plan was this. Show up to the movie theater at 10 a.m. because that was the first showing for Oppenheimer, perhaps have an old-fashioned beforehand to keep things classy when it came to my drinks before watching such a sophisticated film, and I thought it would go easy. I was so wrong. Guys, it's over. Okay, something I have to tell you guys is that I had 3 major things to do today. Number 1, watch Oppenheimer. Number 2, go to a party and pre-game before watching Barbie later on in the night.
Barbie premiere tonight, baby.
Number 3, go to San Diego just to go to a bathroom that has Ryan Gosling's face all over the walls in order to get pumped up right before Barbie. These are all on a strict time limit. I had to do all of this in a day, as per the laws of this random TikTok.
Film's finished around 2 p.m, maybe have a cigar, and let that new personality trait sink right in.
In order to do this, you have to fit Oppenheimer at a very appropriate time slot, because it is a 3-hour movie. Unfortunately, I ended up going to one of the 19 movie theaters in the world that was showing Oppenheimer in 70mm IMAX. I was hoping to buy a ticket for the 10:40 in the morning showing, and God was I foolish to think I could just walk up and buy a ticket for one of the 19 locations that they're showing the movie in this format. So quickly I panicked, and then I chose an 11:50 a.m. showing, giving me at least an hour and a half to go to Goodwill and buy myself a really cheap suit.
All I'm saying is I just have to look good for this movie.
So I turned on my car, I patted my toy Grimace that I got from a Happy Meal, and then I pressed my Brian Griffin soundboard to wish me luck for the rest of the day.
Oh, that's ahoy.
So I walked into Goodwill. I got the cheapest suit. I got a clip-on tie because I have no idea how to tie a tie. I was wearing my Oppenheimer cosplay to celebrate my favorite atomic weapon scientist. I was ready for some Oppenheimer kino. Only problem was, it took me a while to try out the clothes, I had to get some coffee, and I was starting to run late for my Oppenheimer showtime. So unfortunately, there was no time for me to get my old-fashioned and watch this movie as a true sophisticated person who had just spent $30 on a suit from Goodwill. But no, it couldn't be over. I had to watch this movie with at least some alcohol in my system. As the challenge said, that's just the way you have to do it. So I got a fireball shot, walked into a restaurant bar, and asked to drink it real quick. They gave me the go-ahead, and well, it was not the way to spend my 11 in the morning while in a cheesecake factory.
This is like such a weird butterfly effect type of thing. Because if it wasn't for World War II, we wouldn't have the atomic bomb, and then we wouldn't have Oppenheimer, and we wouldn't have me showing up at 11 a.m. day drinking.
And finally, after almost being late to the movie theater, I got some popcorn, sat in my seat, and I began to watch Oppenheimer. And watching this movie while buzzed in the first hour, oh my god. I gotta be honest with you guys, I was sitting there for 3 hours contemplating life. You know when people joke about, oh, am I gonna watch Oppenheimer or Barbie first? Yeah, I did Oppenheimer. I mean, you could see my face while sitting down. I knew it was a masterpiece while watching it. Cillian Murphy excels as the lead, followed by Robert Downey Jr. in his greatest role of all time. That being said, after the movie was done, I kinda just sat there in my seat for a little bit, alongside a lot of people who were also in the movie theater, and we were all kinda just like, oh my god. I came out of the film being reminded of this. Atomic weapons have only been around for 80 years. Think about all of world history before that never had nuclear weapons. How many times have we gotten close to nuclear annihilation in such a short amount of time? Yeah, Oppenheimer should have regret. He gave man the tools to ensure the extinction of humankind. If you do want to know something funny, however, I did take a photo in front of the Barbie stand at the movie theater while in my suit. The only thing that was really dreadful about the entire movie experience was having to watch that terrible Regal Theater ad that always plays right before the movie. You know, the one where they quote iconic movie lines in the worst delivery possible? God, it sucks so bad it just pisses me off just thinking about it.
Hey, you guys!
It really is one of the worst things I have ever seen. Despite all of this, it did not lessen my enjoyment of Oppenheimer, which I consider a modern-day masterpiece. Without any spoilers, the movie didn't really give me an exactly good feeling while watching it. It made me have an existential crisis and dread the entire invention of the nuclear weapon. What makes it funnier is that according to the TikTok, right after you watch Oppenheimer, you're supposed to go to happy hour and get some more drinks, have a night out at the town, and party.
You need to freshen up, have a couple of vodka Red Bulls, get right up there, start warming up on a few 8.5s, then get to a 5 or 5:30 p.m. showing of Barbie.
Don't worry though, even though I felt like I'd rather not be alive, I was still down to go party. So step 1 was done. I finished Oppenheimer. It was 3 hours. And by the time it was done, the party with all my friends was about to start. So after the movie, I went to Carl's Jr. to grab a quick bite to eat, and they were playing Weezer in the kitchen, and honestly, I do love me some Weezer, but listening to Buddy Holly after watching Oppenheimer, it did not fit the mood. So I went to the party, and I told everyone there about the Barbenheimer challenge and the video I was making, and everyone was on board with me. They all wanted me to see Barbie by the end of the night.
Hey, let's watch Barbie.
Let's watch Barbie.
Fuck you, Larry.
Go watch
Larry,
Barbie.
you better fucking watch Barbie tonight, bro.
Hey, go watch Barbie.
Barbie.
Enjoy it. Barbenheimer, baby. Barbenheimer.
No.
And, well, here's the part of the video I wasn't looking forward in talking about. I failed. I failed in my challenge. I was so caught up in the party, having such a good time, that I myself ran out of time. The clock ran out. I wasn't gonna be able to travel to San Diego to go to the Ryan Gosling bathroom, and not even that, I wasn't even going to be able to watch Barbie that evening. I failed my audience, but I didn't want to let them down that easily. Yes, the title and thumbnail to this video may be a lie, but I was still determined to go to the Ryan Gosling bathroom the next day. So I got myself in my Barbie outfit, and well, I invited 2 other friends. I called the sushi place in San Diego that had the Ryan Gosling bathroom, and they rejected me. Yeah, they rejected me.
Walk in and check out that bathroom.
So our Ryan Gosling bathroom is in the women's restroom. So it can be kind of difficult to like do like a sightseeing when we have like guests in there.
Right.
But all the girls in the party are more than welcome to check it out.
Awesome. I was so disappointed. Sure, I could have just snuck into the women's bathroom, but I don't know, something about that just seemed weird to me to do that as a male. All for a YouTube video. But I was still determined to do something Barbie themed. So I went to a place called Cafe Landwehr in Hollywood, because they had a Barbie-themed menu filled with food and drinks. So I got on the wait list. I got a text saying that my table was ready. Problem was, I was an hour away, even though the waitlist said it would take 2 hours for my table to get ready. Nevertheless, me and my friends still went to the cafe. We arrived there, and they said they couldn't seat us, because our reservation had already passed. It was over. It was done. I was so just upset. Yeah, I could not believe this as well. I was just so close to giving up. I was thinking of not even seeing Barbie at that moment. I thought the video was just done for. But then, a spur of hope came over me. As I was walking through that mall in order to get to the cafe, I saw a performance by John Legend. I didn't even know John Legend was at the mall. He was just randomly there. He just randomly spawned in. And I thought to myself, no, I have to watch Barbie. Not just for my fans, not just for my friends, but for John Legend, who for some reason was doing a piano recital at this mall. So the mall that I went to for this cafe had an AMC movie theater at the top of the stairs. I went to it, and once again, I thought all was lost, because all the showtimes for the movie were completely sold out. It was almost over, but then my friend Michael, whose name is CyberFox on YouTube, carried and saved the day by recommending that we should just watch the movie back home. He checked the showtimes nearby, and guess what? They were completely empty. And I thought to myself, oh, we're back. So we left this mall, we traveled 1 hour back home, and we walked into the movie theater to see Greta Gerwig's Barbie. After almost failing my audience again, I was finally there. I love you guys a lot, by the way. You should subscribe. Also, this video of me walking in, it was filmed by Frilly Panties. Yeah, that's his actual name on YouTube. I may have wasted an hour of my friend's time, but I didn't care. I needed to see Barbie. You know, when it came to it, watching Barbie and Oppenheimer in this weird type of marathon made me feel like a kid again. The excitement for both these movies, it was unlike anything else that we've seen in years. Huge excitement over a movie release, going with your friends to go watch it. And not only that, the fact that there was a challenge to coincide with it, that itself was pretty funny. The movie I was watching had a lot of soul to it. Barbie was touching. Ryan Gosling as Ken was a role that he was made for. There definitely is a female connection to the film that I will never know because, well, I'm not a girl. But I've seen multiple posts online by multiple women who've seen the film saying how meaningful the final act is. I've been seeing multiple posts on social media saying that this movie is too feminist or anti-man, which isn't true. I believe the message is about how men, or in this case Kens, can be stripped down from their emotional validity. When it comes to Kens, men are disconnected from feeling how they truly feel in order to appease to the Barbies. I believe it's also about bridging the gap between genders as well, for both men and women. When Ken says he doesn't cry, Barbie says, "You should." I believe this movie was made for everyone, and I can see that evidently when I looked around just by staring at the audience. Everyone was wearing pink, no matter man or woman. I know, I may have failed the challenge, but the true Barbenheimer challenge were the friends we made along the way. Honestly, that's just a cope. I failed pretty bad. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, subscribe. Bye!